Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to create a plain structure of project for the microcontroller STM32F446RE in STM32 Cube IDE environment. Let's get started. We are not going to create this particular project with the help of STM Cube MX code generated software, but instead we are just going to create a plain structure of a project in which we can write down our bare metal programming from scratch. Let's get started with this. Here I have created a folder called RTOS, inside which I'm just going to create each project. This will be my workspace. So I'm just going to open the STM32 Cube IDE and I'm going to select this RTOS folder. The launcher, I just want to provide the workspace path, so I'm just selecting drtos. It will open the workspace in that particular directory, and in that directory I'm just going to create each project that I'm going to write down in my tutorial series. Here, for creating a new project, I'm just going to click on File, New, STM32 project, and in this target selection tab, just type in the microcontroller name right over here, STM32F446RE, and select the microcontroller in this list and click on next. And in the next tab, you just want to provide the name for your project. I'm just going to provide like one_LED_driver. Here select empty project instead of STM32 cube and click on finish. You can see this is the project created, and this is the main file. Here I'm just going to delete everything and I'm going to write down my int main function. And if you want the font size to be increased, just click on Windows, Preferences, C++, Editor, General, Editor, Text Editor, and click on Colors and Fonts, click on Edit. Just set to the font size at least 14 for more visibility. Apply and close. That's it. This is how you can change the font size. And now getting into the programming part, we want the header file required for writing down the program. That is the header file which contains all the register structures of the microcontroller, so that we can access and write to the respective registers of the microcontroller with the help of the memory location of the microcontroller. So that is nothing but the CMSIS or CMSIS file required for our project. So that should be provided by the silicon vendor itself. In our case, we are using STM32F4 series microcontroller. So the silicon vendor is nothing but the ST Microelectronics. If you are using a different brand, the vendor must provide that CMSIS file. So I'm just moving into the official folder of ST Microelectronics and I'm going to type in STM32F4 cube, and you will get this particular thing, and this is nothing but the CMSIS file required for the project. You can see it is an MCU package for STM32F4 series with HAL, hardware abstraction layer, low layer APIs, and CMSIS, USB, TCP or IP, etc. So you just download this by clicking on this, or you can download it via mobile device and then you can transfer it if you are not able to download. In my case, I have downloaded it. You can see here I have downloaded and I have extracted it right over here. I'm moving inside. The main thing that I want here is inside the drivers CMSIS include folder. All these header files are core Cortex files, so I want everything. And in addition to that, inside the device STM32F4XX include, all these are the CMSIS file for that particular microcontroller. So this is the microcontroller that I am going to use, 446. I am opening this and you can see it contains all the registers in a structured format with all the pointers. So you can write to that register with the help of the pointers allocated. So I want this particular folder and that folder. Rest of the folders I can delete. So I'm just going to delete everything, keeping these two things. And once it is deleted, it is almost deleted, I'm just going to rename this as STM32 F4 headers. I'm going to copy this inside the LED driver folder. This is my project folder. You can see this is RTAS is the workspace folder, and this one LED driver is a project inside the workspace RTAS. So this is the project structure. When I want to add that particular folder, you just want to right click on this project tab and click on properties. Inside the C++ general, click on paths and symbols and click on add right over here, and click on file system and go inside the folder that you want to add. First I'm just adding the include, okay, and then again file system, I'm going to add include inside the STM32f4xx, okay. And one more thing is, instead of giving the path every time, instead of drtas1 underscore LED driver, you can also give like dollar project directory path. So this will actually guide the project path. So instead of giving the path of the project, you can give this particular statement or symbol, so that irrespective of the project path, inside the project path, it will take the corresponding files located. Apply and close. Now we can successfully add the header and use it. STM32f446xx.h. Save. Right click on this and you can build the project, or using this hammer icon you can build this project. It is built with 0 errors and 0 warnings. So we successfully created a plain structured project for the microcontroller STM32F446RE with the CMSIS file downloaded. So we can now build the project from scratch, or the drivers from scratch, in this particular project created. And I hope you learned how to create a plain structured project for the microcontroller using the CMSIS file by downloading the CMSIS file from the Silicon Vendor website in this particular video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.